Speaking test instructions. The speaking test is 20 minutes. There are 8 tasks in the speaking test. Please try your best to answer all the questions.
Start speaking now. Time is up. 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 Start speaking now. Time is up.
Hey Daniel, honestly, Victoria is a fantastic place for a relaxing weekend. Especially if your coworker wants to keep things affordable. First off, I'd suggest checking out the local markets downtown. Especially the weekend craft market near the harbor. There are usually plenty of food stands, handmade products, and live music, so it feels really lively without costing much money. What really stands out is that you can spend a couple of hours there just walking around and soaking up the atmosphere. Another thing is the cafes around Government Street. Instead of going to expensive restaurants, I'd recommend grabbing coffee and pastries from smaller local spots because they're usually cheaper and feel more authentic. Some cafes even have live acoustic music in the evening, which makes the whole experience feel cozy. On top of that, if the weather is decent, your coworker should definitely walk along the waterfront and visit Beacon Hill Park. It's free, the ocean views are amazing, and there's plenty to see, including gardens, street performers, and even peacocks wandering around. If your coworker likes photos, sunset near the harbor is probably going to be the highlight of the trip. I'd also tell them to bring a light rain jacket because Victoria weather changes really quickly this time of year. At the end of the day, the best part about the city is that you don't need a huge budget to enjoy it. A lot of the nicest experiences are simple things like walking around, grabbing coffee, and enjoying the atmosphere. Hope that helps. And let me know how the trip goes. A couple of years ago, I had to learn basic video editing really quickly for a volunteer event at a community center. One of the organizers suddenly got sick just 2 days before the event, and they needed someone to put together a short highlight video for social media. To be honest, I was pretty nervous because I had never used editing software before. I spent the first evening watching tutorials online and practicing with random clips from my phone. At first, everything felt confusing, especially adding transitions and syncing music properly. I kept making mistakes and accidentally deleting parts of the project. Still, I figured out the basics little by little. During the event itself, I was also filming interviews and short scenes while trying to remember editing tips at the same time. It was honestly stressful, but it also felt exciting because everyone was counting on me. By the end of the weekend, I managed to finish a short 2-minute video, and the organizers posted it online that same night. Surprisingly, people really liked it, and a few volunteers even asked me to help with future projects. Looking back, I'm glad I pushed myself because it taught me that sometimes you learn faster when you're thrown into a situation unexpectedly. This picture shows a really lively outdoor skating rink during what looks like a winter festival in downtown Vancouver. On the left side, I can see a teenage boy wearing a green jacket helping a little girl tie her skates. Right beside them, there's a hockey stick lying on the ground. So maybe they were planning to practice together before stopping for a quick break. In the center of the image, 2 office workers with backpacks are skating across the ice. They look like they almost lost their balance because both of them are laughing pretty hard. It gives the whole scene a fun and relaxed feeling. On the right side, there's a food truck with a worker serving hot chocolate to a long line of people standing underneath bright string lights. A lot of people seem excited to warm up after skating outside in the cold weather. In the background, snow is lightly falling, and the tall buildings are glowing with office lights, which makes the whole scene feel cozy even though it's winter. There's also a huge banner saying, Winter Festival Weekend, hanging above the rink. Overall, the atmosphere looks cheerful, busy, and really community-focused, like people are enjoying a fun evening together after work or school. Based on what I can see in this skating rink scene, I think a lot of fun things are about to happen over the next few minutes. First, The little girl on the left will probably finish tying her skates. And the teenage boy helping her might take her onto the ice to practice. Since there's a hockey stick beside them, my guess is they may even start playing around with a puck once she feels more confident. In the center of the rink, the two office workers already look a little unsteady. So honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if one of them slips and almost falls. Still, they seem to be enjoying themselves. So they'll probably just laugh it off and keep skating. On the right side, the line at the food truck is likely going to get even longer because it's snowing lightly and people probably want something warm to drink. The worker serving hot chocolate also looks pretty busy already. In the background, I think more people will arrive as the evening continues because the Winter Festival weekend banner makes the event seem popular. The lights from the buildings and the snowfall create a really inviting atmosphere. At the end of the day, it looks like this festival is going to become even more energetic and crowded as the night goes on. Hey Maya, personally, I really think the weekly yoga program would be the better choice for the office. First off, it's more affordable than the climbing membership, so more employees could actually join without worrying about cost. What really matters is that the sessions happen both in the morning and evening, which gives people flexibility depending on their schedules. Another big plus is that yoga is beginner-friendly. Some employees might feel nervous about climbing because it sounds intense, but yoga is something almost anyone can try comfortably. I also like that the studio provides free mats because nobody has to spend extra money buying equipment. Compared to movie gift cards, I feel the yoga program gives people something long-term instead of just a one-time reward. Sure, movies are fun, but employees would probably forget about that experience after one evening. With yoga, people could build healthier routines, reduce stress, and spend time together regularly. That could improve morale in the office over time. On top of that, winter can feel exhausting and dark in Canada, so having a relaxing wellness activity each week might genuinely help people feel better mentally. At the end of the day, the bigger win here is consistency and accessibility. The yoga option feels practical, healthy, and realistic for a wider group of employees, which is why I definitely choose it over the movie gift cards. Hey Maya, I get why movie gift cards sound appealing because everyone likes a relaxing night out. But honestly, I'd still go with the indoor climbing pass. What tips it for me is the team aspect. Climbing sessions encourage coworkers to support each other, solve problems together, and step outside their comfort zones. That's something you just don't get from sitting quietly in a movie theater for 2 hours. Another thing is that the climbing pass includes beginner lessons, so employees wouldn't need experience before joining. It could actually become a really fun shared activity for the office during winter. The free parking is also helpful because a lot of people drive after work and hate dealing with expensive downtown parking. Compared to yoga, climbing feels more energetic and adventurous. Some employees may prefer a more active challenge instead of something calm and quiet. Plus, weekend team events could strengthen friendships between coworkers outside the workplace. As for the movie gift cards, the catch is that they're pretty limited. It's only a one-time reward, and there's almost no interaction involved. Employees would probably enjoy it for one evening and then move on. Personally, I think companies should invest in experiences that help people connect and stay active over time. That's why I definitely recommend the indoor climbing option instead of the movie gift cards. Hey Liam, I really wanted to help you move on Saturday. And I honestly feel bad bringing this up because I know moving apartments is stressful. The problem is that my manager suddenly scheduled an important training session at work for the exact same morning. From what I've heard, The session is pretty important for upcoming projects, and attendance is strongly encouraged. I don't want to let you down, but I'm worried I may not be able to stay for the full move like we originally planned. That said, I still want to give you a hand somehow. Maybe I could come by later in the afternoon after the training finishes and help unpack boxes or move smaller items. Another option is that I could help you Friday evening instead by packing things ahead of time so Saturday feels less overwhelming. I could even lend you my folding cart and extra moving supplies if that would make things easier. I totally get that this timing is frustrating, especially because you were counting on me. If the situation were different, I'd absolutely be there the whole day. I just don't want to risk missing something important at work either. Hopefully we can figure out a compromise that still helps you get settled into the new apartment without too much extra stress. Hi Mr. Chen, I wanted to talk to you about the training session scheduled for Saturday morning. I completely understand that it's important, especially with the new project starting soon, and I definitely want to participate. The issue is that I already promised a close friend I'd help him move into a new apartment that same morning. He arranged the movers and elevator booking weeks ago, so it would be pretty difficult for him if I canceled at the last minute. I was wondering whether there might be another option available for completing the training. For example, if there's another session next week, I'd gladly attend that one instead. If not, maybe I could review the materials afterward or meet briefly with someone from the team to catch up on the key points. I really don't want this to seem like I'm avoiding responsibility because that's not the case at all. I'm just trying to handle both commitments as responsibly as possible. Another thing is that I'd be happy to stay later during the week or help with extra preparation if needed. I appreciate you taking the time to consider my situation. Hopefully we can find a solution that works for both the team and my personal commitment without creating too many complications. Personally, I think a 4-day workweek could be a really positive change for many companies in Canada, especially in jobs where employees spend most of their time working on computers or attending meetings. First off, people are already dealing with a lot of stress and burnout, and having an extra day to rest could improve mental health in a big way. When employees are less exhausted, they usually focus better and make fewer mistakes. From what I've seen, people often waste time at work because they're tired or distracted anyway. So shortening the week might actually encourage teams to work more efficiently. Another thing is work-life balance. A lot of Canadians spend hours commuting, especially in bigger cities like Toronto or Vancouver. Having an extra free day would give people more time for family, hobbies, exercise, or even volunteering in their communities. I honestly think happier employees are more loyal and motivated in the long run. On top of that, companies might save money on electricity and office costs if buildings stay closed an extra day each week. Of course, I get why some people feel uncertain about this idea. Certain industries like healthcare, retail, or emergency services can't simply close for an extra day because people depend on them constantly. Smaller businesses might also worry about productivity or scheduling problems at first still. I feel many workplaces could experiment with flexible schedules instead of rejecting the idea completely. Even a trial period could show whether employees perform better with more rest at the end of the day. The workplace has changed a lot over the past few years, and I think companies should stay open to new ways of helping employees stay productive while also living healthier and more balanced lives. Hey Priya, it's me, and you seriously won't believe what I'm looking at right now at this street market downtown. There's this giant bright blue chair in the middle of the crowd. But the weird part is that it's shaped like a melting ice cream cone. The seat is covered with fake rainbow sprinkles, so it almost looks edible from far away. One of the armrests has cracked open completely, And there are blinking fairy lights hanging out from inside like somebody stuffed holiday decorations into it. That alone would already be strange. But it gets even crazier. Attached to the back of the chair is a spinning umbrella made from old vinyl records and silver kitchen spoons. Every time the wind blows, it makes this rattling sound like wind chimes. Underneath the chair, there are 3 tiny robot dogs wearing knitted sweaters. And they keep driving around in circles while elevator music plays from hidden speakers. People nearby are stopping constantly to take photos because nobody seems to understand what this thing is supposed to do. There's even a handwritten sign calling it a portable relaxation machine and charging $2 for people to sit on it. Honestly, I can't decide whether it's genius or completely ridiculous. What do you think? Could something this bizarre actually become a successful business idea? Or is it just too weird for most people?